Back again, friends. Another day, another book. This one was The Power of Attachment. And this was such a great book, y'all. I would highly recommend it. It was really, really easy to follow. I didn't do too much highlighting in this book. I don't know why, but it was just so many things. I would have probably been like highlighting the whole book if I were to highlight it. I think I just highlighted like one page, but everything in here to me was like so spot on. The author talks about the different type of attachments, which there's like 4, and then she kind of breaks them all down. She gives like information on what it looks like, so to speak, when you have this attachment, things that could have came up to make you be attached this way. And then I think she also talked about like the dynamics of the different attachments together and things like that. It was so eye-opening for me, and it came to me, well, I've had it for a while, but I'm reading it kind of like just at a pivotal moment where I'm like, okay, like it was time for me to read it. This was the perfect time, just putting things together and working it out. I know my attachment style. I know that of my kids and stuff like that, and my husband, and just seeing the different dynamics and things that I can work on as a person and as a mother and as a wife to try to make things better within my life is great. And so I love this book for that, but then also seeing that sometimes you have to just let a person be. And that's like one of the hardest things, like when you love somebody and you know that they're like attachment and triggers are getting the best of them. If you start thinking of life like that, like everybody is a, you know, sum total or whatever of their childhood trauma, of their triggers from that trauma, and they operate from if they're able to deal with those triggers or if they're not, if they let those triggers get the best of them. For me, I know most of the time I am very aware of my triggers. Even when I like go off the deep end, I'm so aware, like I am doing this because I'm triggered, but I have to like just let it out and then collect myself, go back and like apologize sometimes, because the trigger is just gonna be the trigger. And other times I'm able to just breathe and just let it kind of go by and say okay and do the things that I'm supposed to do as an adult. So everyone is just operating off of their triggers. So everyone, unless you're like securely attached, is operating from their child self. You're getting angry with whomever in your life, whatever type of relationships you have, be it your kids, your spouse, your friends. You're getting angry at them based on the little you and the things that affected you way back when. So when you start looking at life like that, you can like kind of just see things a little bit differently and kind of move yourself more towards that secure attached thing. This was really opening for me because I can see that I have the tools, and so that gives me hope. I'm like, I have the tools to be in secure attachment. I know what it's supposed to be. I'm not that far off, but I'm not there yet, to be honest. Like if I'm honest with people, I am working on myself. I am not there. Like I said, I let my triggers get to me. I dwell on stuff, all that. I try to let it go, but just my little personality, I'm like, I can't believe somebody did that to me, when, you know, like I try to be like such a good person or nice or kind to people as I can. If someone's done way too much, then I'm like done with that relationship. Like we can be cordial, we can hi and bye, but we're not gonna kiki and we're not gonna just like hang out and stuff like that, because now I have to keep my distance from you because you did way too much. But so yeah, this was just really beautiful and eye-opening. I'm working a lot. One of my goals this year was to get like closer with my girls. I am super close with them. Like, don't get me wrong, I am close with them. I love them. They share so much, like too much with me sometimes, but I wanted like a genuine relationship with them, if you can get what I mean, because it's like sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, and I just want it to flow. And even when it's like that ugly energy that comes out sometimes. I have teens, like, come on. I just want them to know that I still love them, that I'm still there for them. Like, even if we're, like, if you do something to disappoint me, if you do something to make me upset, I still love you. Same with them. If they are angry or upset with me, I still love you. And we talk about things like that too, like, because my daughter, like, feels like when I'm mad at her, like, I don't like her, I don't want her no more. And I'm like, when you're mad at me, do you not want me? Like, you may say mean things, like, mommy gets on my nerves, mommy's dumb, like that type of thing. But does it mean that you're never going to talk to me again? Does it mean that you're not going to forgive me? Does it mean we're not going to move on? Does it mean we're not going to love each other? And that type of thing. Because one thing, and that's hard for me, people can be mad at you, people can be upset with you, they can get angry with you. That's okay. That doesn't mean that they're gonna, like, go away and, like, not deal with you forever. You know, you have to have that relationship established, and everything has to be reciprocal. Like, some people are able to receive less, but they still need to receive, if you get what I'm saying. I'm one of those people where I may not need as much from you as you may ask me or need from me, and I'm fine with that. Like, I have a lot of time on my hands, I can do things, and, you know, even like the emotional thing and stuff like that. But it's like, if you're never there, like, the one time I need you out of the 100 times you've asked me, that drives me batty. If you try to be manipulative, if you try to use me, that drives me batty. And those are the people that I'm just like, okay, it's been enough time, I'm done. If I don't call you and you haven't reached out in 6 months or a year, and that time that you reach out, you're asking me for something, you're not just calling to say hi, that's just too much for me. And maybe those things could be petty for some people, but for me, that's just too much. I don't have to talk to you every day, every week, whatever, every month. But don't just be like only reaching out when you need something, when you want something, when you want to trauma dump on me or whatever. I don't mind any of those things, but it's just like, don't just do it and that's it, and then you go on about your life. Like, you're not even checking in to say, hey, how are you? Like, nothing. You're just blah, 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 and then you leave. So I've dealt with that for so long, and now I'm just like at a point where I'm like, nope. And that all has to do with your attachment style, learning and growing from that. And this book just, like, did such a great job breaking it down. I know a lot of this stuff. I've been studying it for like 4 years, almost 5 now, like your attachment styles and stuff like that. But this book still, like, just put like certain questions and things into perspective for me, and I just thought it was really great. So do highly recommend this. I do have another one that I'm going to be reading. I think it's just called Attachment, and I'm gonna be reading it next month, because I'm down to like my last couple of books. I have like 4 books next month, because I try to do a book a week. And then so the next, right now I'm in, what is it, oh my gosh, September. So then for October I have my 4 books, and then I have 1 book for November, and then I'm like done with my books. And I literally just ordered 2 spiritual books. I'm just like going on a rant, but I just ordered 2 spiritual books the other day, and so those will count maybe towards December, and then I'll probably be done. But I will be like requesting books for Christmas so that I can read some more next year, just not probably as much as I read this year. This year was really fun. I wanted to get through all my books that I had, so I was like challenging myself, and I'm almost there at the end of the road. But yeah, so this book, really, really highly recommend it. Into the next one. Bye.